Hello, my name is Danielle Good, and in honor of Women's Month, I'm going to be hosting this episode of Friday Nugget. Please welcome Erica Good, Director of Sales Engineering at Comcast, former sales manager at Zscaler, and if you couldn't tell by the way she looks, my sister. Erica, thank you so much for being on the show with us today.
I'm so excited to be here. Thank you so much.
We would love for you to share a couple of nuggets about you today. Would you share with us a little bit about your journey in tech?
Absolutely. So my journey actually did not begin in tech. I started education-wise as a mechanical engineer with an aerospace focus. And when I had done contracting work for the Navy, where I was stuck in a lab all day, I realized that I liked people too much. I liked solving problems, but I liked people. And so I decided to pursue a course on sales. And it was an assignment in my sales course that asked me to shadow a sales call of a sales rep. That in this sales call, I was supposed to be writing an essay about the techniques this sales rep was using, but all I could focus on was the sales engineer and the fact of this person was understanding a customer's requirements, matching it to their solutions, and helping position and solve the problem. When I went and I was like, okay, I'm gonna pursue a job of sales engineering directly out of college. My mentor at the time had said, Erica, go get a few more years of experience before you can be a sales engineer. It's not a role that you get directly out of college. I was very persistent. I said, okay, let me go to a company and say, hey, if you ever change your mind, I want to be a sales engineer. And at one point, 3-4 months later, I got an email saying, are you still interested in being a sales engineer? We're considering a new out of college hire for the sales engineering opportunity. And that's where my career in tech as a sales engineer initially started.
That's amazing. And so from individual contributor to manager and now director, take us through how you knew you were called for leadership.
There's always been a part of me that have loved seeing people achieve goals outside of themselves. I've always been a very avid bucket list person. My actually favorite moment is not when I achieve my bucket list, it's when I get my friend to set a goal and achieve that goal that they never thought they could. And I think that experience made me realize that that's what a leader does. And you are there to support and advocate and get your team members to the goals and beyond that they need.
That's really great insight. Thank you for sharing that. You know, we talked that story starting from like mechanical engineer in a dark basement to then managing a team, now a director. Can you share with us some of the challenges that you've experienced along that journey?
Keeping up with being a technical expert on not only your product, your competitor's product, and any overarching trends that come alongside that. And being able to filter and prioritize and filter through what exactly you need. And that is a hard challenge.
You just called out what I am. I wake up and the first thing I do is read, right? I read the Wall Street Journal, I read the New York Times, Krebs on security. And I think to your point, right, you've got to allocate that time to make sure you're current, you know what's going on. Okay, moving on to the crystal ball question. If you could look into a crystal ball, it's 2030, what would you like to see?
What I would like to see is people being more knowledgeable and capable about controlling where their data is, how it's accessed. The world understands when they own a home, they know they probably want a fence, maybe dogs. Some people have a Nest camera or a security camera out front. So the physical security of today's world, the everyday user understands how to safeguard their home. I don't know if that's true to technology today. Individual users having stronger skill set, not only from a cybersecurity perspective to protect themselves, but also understanding and capabilities of data control about themselves.
Absolutely. I think I'm quoting you here, but you said we should have spring cleaning for our data. Right? Like we clean our closets in the spring, right? We should be cleaning out our data, resetting our passcodes, right? Making sure everything is on lockdown, seeing where we've been breached. I like that. Spring cleaning for your data. Thank you so much, Erica, for joining us today. You've given us some great insight as you've shared with us your journey, how you've navigated challenges as well as life changes. And my favorite, the annual spring cleaning that you should be doing with your data. So thank you so much for joining us today, and we can't wait to see you on the next Friday Nugget.